members of the Pride, and welcome to a brand new series, Pathfinder Kingmaker. I am really excited about this game. Ever since I heard about it on the various game forums, I have really wanted to get into this game. It's based on the Pathfinder universe, which any of you who are used to role-playing games on the tabletop know that Pathfinder is sort of what Dungeons & Dragons 3.0 and 3.5 became. When Dungeons & Dragons moved on to 4.0 and 5.0 and all those different things, the Pathfinder company came along and said, hey, we like the Dungeons & Dragons 3.5. Can we buy this from you and kind of change it and adjust it and make it our own? And the deal was done. The company, or the game system, was sold, and Pathfinder became its own entity. And I've played Pathfinder. I've played a lot of it. I'm familiar with the game system. I'm not going to pretend I am amazing at this game, having said that. So what I've done, one of the settings that you can do in this game is you can have the game automatically pause itself at different points of the game. And in this particular setup, I set it up so that during combat and during anything important, the game will automatically pause itself. That will give me the chance to be able to go click on my character, react in the way that I want them to, and then from there I unpause it, and in terms of combat, that will basically do that round of combat. A round is 6 seconds of combat. So, now you might be wondering why I have my already created character already in front of me. That's because when I opened up the game initially, the only real splash page it has is just new game, continue game, exit game, settings. It was a really boring menu. And when you click on the new game, it just immediately takes you into the character creating process. For those of you who are familiar with role-playing type games, you know that the character creation process is generally pretty involved, and it takes a long time. I didn't want to bore you with that. As a matter of fact, this intro is already taking forever, but I wanted to be able to explain what's going on here. I have created a lawful good Aasimar fighter character. Now, an Aasimar is basically a race of angelic-like creatures. They're like human, except they are part angel. And I have chosen to be that. We are lawful good, which means we are going to do our best to obey the law whenever possible, and we are going to try to be good whenever possible. This game doesn't always give you those options. Sometimes when it comes to your decision trees that will come up within the game, you don't always have a choice on what you're allowed to choose. I mean, you might be going, but I'm lawful good. I want to make a lawful good choice. Well, sometimes there's no choices for lawful good. So we are going to do our best to maintain both good choices and lawful choices whenever possible. We're going to avoid chaotic choices, and we're going to avoid evil choices. And if we have no other choice, we'll take the neutral option of that, wherever we can, and try to maintain neutrality. And sometimes when it comes to leading a kingdom, which eventually we will be within this game, we'll actually be running our own kingdom. There are times where being strictly good is not necessarily the best option for the overall kingdom. Sometimes a ruler has to make tough decisions, and in that case, I may have to stray away from being strictly lawful and good, and do what is best for the overall kingdom, even though it may not be something I personally like. And that's kind of sort of an allegory for, anything modern day when it comes to leadership. Sometimes you got to do things you don't want to. But for the most part, as much as we can, we're going to be lawful and good. As you can see, these are my stats over here. I have decided to go heavy on strength because I am a fighter, and also fairly heavy on dexterity and constitution. Strength, of course, is how strong you are. Dexterity is how quick you move. Constitution is how tough you are. Then we have intelligence. I also chose to make him fairly intelligent because he is eventually going to be the leader of a kingdom. I figured he better be pretty smart up here. And intelligence is also a direct, tells you how many skills that you have, as well as the type of class you have. Unfortunately, fighters don't get a whole lot of skills, so I chose to bump up his intelligence a bit so I could get a couple extra skills. Wisdom, unfortunately, wisdom ended up being the dump stat for this particular character. Not anything I could do about it. I had to have, I needed a decent dexterity, constitution, and strength just because he's a fighter, and I wanted to have points in charisma because, again, I'm the leader of a kingdom. A kingdom has to have a certain amount of charisma and a certain amount of intelligence in order to lead effectively. I really wish I could have put more points into wisdom, but I simply didn't have any left. So I put my last remaining point into wisdom so that at least it wouldn't be baseline, dumb. And as you can see, I have special abilities here. These are kind of the basic bits and pieces of the game. We'll go into the individual stuff as we go along. I haven't really gone heavy into this game. I played a little bit just to get an idea of what it is. You know how I do. I play a little bit just to get used to the game design, to the gameplay, so that I'm not a complete.
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
That's Lindsay. I like Lindsay. So this is me. I am this guy here. Obviously, they didn't draw me. They didn't quite get my profile right. But we can let that slide. And this is Lindsay. I do like Lindsay. So let's continue. I know I was in the middle of saying something else, but you know what? We'll push on. And there I am.
Where are they? This is taking forever. It didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
I like Amiri too.
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
Okay, so this is Amiri, who is a female barbarian and an absolutely delightful character. I love her. And this is Tartuccio, who is a gnome sorcerer and an absolute jerk. Or at least I don't like him very much. Neither does Lindsay. As far as I'm concerned, if Lindsay don't like him, I don't like him either. Because Lindsay's cool, as you guys will find out.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
I love Amiri too.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming.
This is Lindsay. All right. So now we're going to be getting a little backdrop and a backstory to this and kind of explain what the whole premise of this adventure is.
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori.
Sword Lord?
And this is Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius of Rostov. Welcome to my mansion.
Sword Lord? Sword Lord. Okay.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Rostov needs.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the stolen lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder.
Seems a little strange, doesn't it? You basically have the leader of a neighboring kingdom, as it were, and they're basically saying, hey, you guys, you should go over here and take this place for yourself.
Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the stolen lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the stolen lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
Seems a little convenient, doesn't it? There, why isn't this lady just going and taking the stolen lands for herself? Why isn't she giving it to, having Joseph over here go down there and take the place? Something seems strange. You got these perfect strangers, and she's sending out these perfect strangers to take over and create what essentially is going to end up being a rival kingdom? What gives? All right. There's a whole team of us. Who exactly will receive the Baron's title?
I will, of course. I'm the leader of this team, after all.
Shut up, Tartuccio.
Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
That's Harem. Harem... He's funny, but he's a little down, kind of a Debbie Downer, and I don't know. I kind of wish they had done the dwarves in this game a little bit better.
If I may please answer the question.
She takes a long pause, waiting for the voices to die down as everyone directs their attention towards her.
We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
Why not just recognize this Stag Lord as Baron?
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region with confidence. Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here, and it won't while I still breathe.
Now the real question that I have. You're helping us found a barony? What do you gain from such generosity?
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care?
Shut up.
What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Aldori and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around, or whatever it is you do.
As you can see, Tartuccio is a real peach.
Of course, we stand to benefit from this enterprise. But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, well, please know that these concerns are unfounded. Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability. We have need of a ruling power we can negotiate with, not bandit gangs and monster hordes.
Okay, so this requires a little bit of actual Pathfinder tabletop knowledge to truly understand. So what it is Restov needs is surrounded by enemies. They don't have a lot of people on their side, and they need to strengthen their position both politically and in terms of allies. And the stolen lands right below them are unclaimed territory, even though it's technically claimed by, like, everybody. Nobody can actually claim it because it's just open unclaimed bandit territory. So what her plan is to get a hold of people like me and my band of brave soldiers, and we go down, we clear out the bad guys, claim it for ourselves, ascend to a barony, to a title, and we become nobles in charge of this great big section of land. And we will be so grateful to Jamandi Aldori that, of course, we're going to ally with her and with Joseph Salimius, and we're going to be allies. Well, now she has allies. She has a stable section of her land that is not threatened by enemies anymore, and if she gets attacked, or I get attacked, we can both help each other. Before this, Restov had nobody. With this, she stands to gain a lot more than she's letting on here. But of course, you have to kind of know the political climate of Pathfinder to really understand that, so I wanted to fill that in for you. What rewards can we expect exactly?
And what reward would you seek beyond a noble title and your own lands?
The Lord Mayor's eyebrows rise so far he almost drops his monocle. It's like, what?
We'll absorb the costs of preparing and equipping your expeditions. Once you return victorious, Restov will also allocate you a significant sum to provide financial support for you to establish your country. Essentially, we'll help you build your capital. I hope such a reward is satisfactory.
You see what I mean? She's basically making sure that not only are we going to start off strong, but we are obligated to her now, because she's going to be giving us all this stuff to build our country, our nation, our kingdom. So it's smart. It's she's a smart cookie. I gotta hand it to her. But at the same time, how can we turn this down?
Words. Significant, financial. I can't fill my belly with pretty words.
I love Amiri.
Of course. There will also be an official banquet held in your honor. All of Rostov's high society will gather to celebrate your feat.
Now you're talking.
Amiri is a simple girl. Her needs are simple. She wants to go in, kick some butt, get glory, and eat well. It's as clear as day.
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Lady Aldori, I thank you greatly.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet. Go, and return in triumph.
Okay, thank you, Joseph Salimius.
My name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though
Forgot about
this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this stag lord a lesson?
You got it, Lindsay. I love this. I love Lindsay. Lindsay's my favorite character that I've seen so far in this game. She really just kind of adds a real upbeat, chipper, good influence to the game. I really like it. All right, we sure will. Just wait. We'll see. Well, we've plenty of great feats in store. I'm Canthus Lionmane. Pleased to meet you. Or what do you want from me? Shall we go teach this Sagalo lesson? We sure will. Just wait. We've plenty of great feats in store.
I have no doubt. Kind of related, I wanted to ask you something.
Okay.
How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is Barons wear. Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
Wait, a book?
Damn, I should have led with that. Please, just let me explain.
Oh, you know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly?
And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh?
Yeah.
And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or, God's forbid, Tartuccio? No way.
Scythe lady? The only other, I guess that's this person here. She's carrying a scythe, and I think that's the one that had spoken up earlier. Janthal, Chanthus, something. Yeah, and Tartuccio? No. Tartuccio? No, we're ditching you the first chance we get. Okay, not a bad plan. It's settled in. I'll accomplish the feats. You write them down. What about that barbarian? She looks pretty heroic. I think her name's Amiri. I have nothing against Tartuccio. Well, I do have something against Tartuccio. He's a jerk. Amiri seems heroic, but she also doesn't really strike me as Baroness potential. Not a bad plan. It's settled.
Deal. All right. I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
Have a good night, Lindsay. This is basically the quest log. And I think this is a really cool idea that it's all being written down from the point of view of our bard. Everything that we see, all the quests, all the different stuff, are basically in Lindsay's point of view. I like this. I think that's really cool. Whoops. I built my guy to be a longsword specialist, so that'll be cool. And I do want to go sword and board, so that'll be cool. Now, here's something cool. Oop. And light halo. I actually light up the area around me. I think that's cool. Plus, it's not only a light, but it's also a +2 circumstance bonus against being blinded or dazzled, which is kind of cool. So, this first episode's going to be pretty long, just so you know, because this first section of it is all kind of one big section. So, sorry, the first episode's going to be pretty long. Just bear with me. We'll get through the first section. Lindsay bursts into your room. She looks scared. Her face is smeared with soot, and she holds a weapon in her hands. What's going on?
The mansion's under attack. We need to help. Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers, or we'll all be cut down one by one.
Okay, Lindsay, don't worry. As if to lend credence to Lindsay's words, a scream echoes from the hallway. I'm coming, Lindsay! I can't move. Why can't... Oh. Hi. You're not going anywhere. Combat. Okay, so as I mentioned, I've got it set up so that when combat starts, I'm immediately paused. And every round of combat, every 6 seconds, you have 6 seconds basically to do your actions within that time. So I have set it up so it pauses every 6 seconds, every round of combat, so that I can decide exactly what I want to do. You can read this on your own. It basically just sort of goes over the Pathfinder combat system. All right. I am paused, so we're going to go ahead and just click on him. Do I want to charge? Let's go ahead and just kick that on and turn on our light. And why not? We'll charge. And unpause. Oh, chunk. All right, and let's get out of here. Now, you have to kind of walk around and look at different things. Oh, man. This guy's dead. See, here's the thing. I'm currently in... I mean, technically, I could come here and I could loot all this stuff. But I'm in Jamandi's castle. You know, this is her place. These are her lands. I think that would be stealing. I mean, it'll be one thing, you know, if we're defending ourselves against people who are trying to kill us, I think it's... They've got someone. We have to help. Look, they're running. Get them! And what shall I do with this one? We'll finish him later. He won't get away. And immediately paused. My thinking is, you know, we're inside. We're in somebody else's home right now. I don't think I should be looting their stuff. I mean, for all I know, that, you know, this stuff is this guy's stuff, but I don't know. As far as I know, it's you know, all of this stuff and all of these chests and things all belong to, you know, to Jamandi. So I don't want to potentially upset her. Let's not loot that stuff just in case. We are lawful good after all. Okay, so as you can see, I hover over this. He's heading my way, and he's heading to intercept Lindsay. So I'm going to, okay, click on him, and I'm going to go here. Looks like she's going to shoot him as well. So let's go. I don't want anybody hitting Lindsay if I can help it. Okay, see how I did my turn and it paused. So I want to go ahead and just do the same thing. So I'll just unpause. And oh, why didn't? That's weird.
You're just in time. A bit longer and I'd have been... Whew, I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss this would have been? But it's all right now. I'm safe, sound, and unscathed, ready to lead you to victory.
So it looks like with the combat, it looks like it's not going to auto-combat. You actually have to tell it who you want it to attack every time. It's not just going to automatically do your own character. It does seem to do that with her, though, so...
Lady Jamandi's holding the line in the banquet hall. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We need to make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the stolen lands.
Isn't he wonderful? He's such a great guy.
Speaking of dummies, take this ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me.
So Tartuccio gave me a present, apparently a ring, and he's trying to do it on the sly so Lindsay doesn't see him. So, okay, Tartuccio's present. Looks like +1 armor class. So, okay, I'll go ahead and equip that. I don't like this guy. Something is giving me a bad feeling about him. But we will go ahead and wear it for the time being. Companions. There are several companions. Yeah, okay. We already, like, highlighted each one of them. If you want to, I can, like, select individual people like this. Or I can just select them all like that. See, stuff like this. I mean, that obviously doesn't belong to anybody except Lady Aldori. So I'm not going to steal her stuff. I don't want to do that. All right, charge!
To me.
All right, so since I'm a fighter, I'll charge forward and get them, and these guys can... Now, if I want to, I can... See how, like, if I hover over each one, you see which one, where each one is moving to shoot. I'm going to have him actually attack I'm going to have them attack
Serves you right.
her instead, and I'm going to move to intercept this guy. So, go. Advanced combat. So this again goes into more of the combat system for Pathfinder. Again, I'm fairly familiar with Pathfinder combat system. Capable of casting spells. You just got to click on the spell, click on the icon, and then on the target. And I guess that's left click. For characters, must be right. All right, we won't. Okay. And then abilities, useful abilities, okay. And then attack of opportunity is whenever they draw it or I draw it. Tactical time flow, by holding down Binding Unknown while the game is paused, you can make time move more slowly for better combat control. Apparently there's a tactical time flow, and apparently I have not bound something to it. Maybe I'll explore that before I do the next episode. Oh, chunked. Okay, see. Oh, okay, so I am automatically moving to a next person. It just automatically heads me towards another target. Okay. See, I already have my halo going. I'm going to try this Burning Arc and see what it does. So, Burning Arc and hit you, go. Oh, okay, so it's taking a while. And now I can only do that one time, but I wanted to see what it was. Okay, so Lindsay, ear-splitting scream. I don't want to go blowing through all of our spells right off the bat. Oh, but that's a level 0, which means I can do that as much as I want. Let's see if we can daze him. And then Tartuccio. Tartuccio, why don't you do a Ray of Frost? See what that's like. Unless, of course, I kill them. Health and death. Okay, so, right, certain number of hit points. It drops to 0. They lose consciousness. After it's over, the combat character will get up and be controlled again. Okay. Can drop into negative numbers. A character can survive some negative hit points, but if their amount becomes equal to their constitution score, they die. So, to resurrect them, you need a spell. So, basically just like Pathfinder. To restore lost hit points, you need healing spells. To use... okay. So, right now, none of us are hurt, so... Let's go ahead... Oh, I didn't loot their bodies, did I? I should have looted their bodies. I guess I'll just go ahead and collect everything for now. You know what? I'm going to go back here and loot their bodies. Silly me. I should have looted their bodies. Alright. Let's go in here. Ugh, man, another... Yeah, see, I think these are the good guys that are lying down here. Yeah, see, and this is more... See, I don't want to steal Lady Aldori's stuff. I mean, this is... We are guests in her home. She's offering us like a really cool deal. I don't want to wreck that. I'm just curious what's in them though. Fish. Oh, kitty. Okay, so these are different just cooking ingredients and such. Where's the kitty? Kitty. I don't see a kitty. Oh well. Oh, and another thing. Yeah, more gold. See, I could be robbing these guys, but I don't want to do that. Oh. Oh, Amiri.
It's the end for you rats.
Don't worry, Amiri, I'm coming.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
All right, get in there. Alright, so that'll hit him, and then Amiri... Oh, okay, no, Amiri took care of the other guy.
Oh, it's you. Stay up from under my feet or I'll strike you down.
The barbarian's face is distorted with rage. She grits her teeth and sweat drips from her forehead. Noticing Tartuccio's, she swings her sword, but stops it just in time.
Blood for Gorum!
Swinging her bloody sword, she runs toward the sound of battle. I love Amiri.
Barbarians.
I think that's exactly how heroes should be.
What, stupid, sweaty, and always looking for something to gobble up or lop the head off of? Calistria, save me from such heroes.
Yeah. Well, I like her. Alright, let's go ahead and take all of this. So I guess I should put maybe some... Yeah, why don't I put some... Tell you what, we'll hold on to that. We'll give everybody some Cure Mana, Cure Light. Okay, yeah, we'll just give everybody some healing. You already have healing. Yeah, Tartuccio. Alright. And uh-oh. There they are, the assassins. This is your last chance. Drop your weapons and we'll spare your lives. You think this is the big bad guy? So generous. I'm afraid I can't offer you the same courtesy. Hey, you ugly Whoa! What the hell is that? Whoa! It's some sort of giant. Whoa! Frost! Oh, it's a frost giant! Wow. 37 points of damage. Oh, please tell me we don't take that guy on! Oh, this could be over quickly. Now, this was one... Yeah, this was an assassin, so I don't mind stealing his stuff. Well, not stealing. I'm taking his stuff. But these... See, these are guards. Yeah, those are guards. I'm not gonna steal from the guards. Okay, let's look at this. Passage is blocked. You can't make it through this way. Yeah, I imagine that giant probably just shattered that thing. All right. Skill check. Sometimes interacting with an object requires a skill check. Different skills for do. If multiple characters are selected, the character with the highest skill bonus will perform the action. That's good. That means I don't have to go through everybody and go, okay, are you better? Are you better? Oh, okay. Some, like Trap to Start, can be attended multiple times. Others can only be retried after a character raises a skill rank. Okay. And, okay, Dexterity. Alright. And then we got these guys here. Let's, charge.
Dare to attack me?
Ooh, he pinked me a little bit. Eh. Alright, oh, no. Lindsay, go after him.
You deserved it.
You, go after him.
Die already!
Okay, and keep going. Oh, I got an attack of opportunity on him. Oh, because he's firing a bow, and I'm right next to him. I don't know if we're really bad or this guy's just really tough. Okay, so I have taken some damage here, so let's... there we go. Boom. Cool. Alright, so we'll just do that, and since most likely I'm the one who's going to be taking the majority of damage since I'm kind of acting as tank here, we'll just make sure I've got plenty of healing. An armory! I'm sure Jamandi wouldn't mind if we borrowed some weapons. I mean, her place is being attacked. I guess. I guess that's a legitimate thing. Press tab to highlight all interactive in the vicinity. Okay, tab. Oh, wow. Okay, well, let's see what we have. Masterwork light mace. That's pretty nice. Composite longbow, which she can't do. Can he? He can, however. He can equip this. What bow does he currently have? Just a longbow. What's the difference between a longbow and a composite longbow? Let's see. 50 ranged, 20 times 3 and 1d8. And then... Whoop. Stop that. They're essentially the same. So I mean, and she can't use that, and neither can he, so we're not even going to worry about that. Okay, let's click on that. Banded... No, nobody can use heavy mail. Breastplate. Now, I can use breastplate. What am I currently wearing? I'm currently wearing scale mail. That breastplate's actually better. Well, I mean, her place is being attacked. I don't think she's going to mind if we borrow it. But I don't know... I don't know if it's going to allow me to give it back. I'm uncomfortable with this. Watchkeeper's key. You know what? It says that opens the northern wing of the mansion. Most likely we're going to need this at some point, so we're going to go ahead and grab that. And tower shield. Technically something I can use, but big armor check penalty. And again, it belongs to...
What have we here? This chest is full of gold. I guess it's for the guards' salaries, all things considered. Well, those freeloaders don't seem to have been working too hard for it. Maybe we should pocket it instead.
Tartuccio.
What? No, we're heroes, not thieves.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Who said we were stealing it? We'll just take the gold for safety so the assassins don't get it. And then we can heroically return it to Jamandi when this is all over.
Give me a break. Okay, gold, interesting. How much? No. Stealing from a sword lord in her own mansion, she'd have our heads. This is, see? No distractions. If you haven't forgotten, they're trying to kill us. Yeah, no distractions.
Finally, a voice of reason.
Do what you want. I don't care. It was just a suggestion. But there's a lot of money in that chest, and with all these bandits running around, it wouldn't be any better if they stole it.
Right. Beginning to see why Tartuccio is such a peach of a guy. Encumbrance. Each character can carry a limited amount of weight based on their strength score. Each character carries the weight of their personal equipment as well as a part of the party's shared stash. Okay. So light load, medium load, heavy load, medium and heavy burden the character, limiting their abilities. You can see the penalties the character is currently suffering due to their carried weight by appointing... Okay. So that's here. Okay, so we are currently technically medium encumbered, which reduces our travel speed, and apparently it increases our fatigue period. So what happens if I drop some of this heavy stuff? Like say, for example, I drop that. And that. Okay, that puts us in light. No penalty. Is it now permanently gone? No, it's not. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll go ahead and carry it with us for the time being. We are not so badly off that we need to... Oh. Oh, okay. Afterwards, who knows? We might be able to sell off all of these assassins' gear and get some gold. So.
Oh, familiar faces.
Hello, Jathal.
I hope you're not so frightened as to swing at every shadow. It's me, Jathal. I don't recommend advancing down the hallway, assuming you value your life, of course. There were a few people with me, and you can see what happened to them.
She seems a little uppity.
And just how did they all end up dead while you don't seem to have a scratch?
Decent point.
I'll answer but briefly and just once. Further scares and explanations will wait until we aren't being hunted by a group of assassins. Deal? All right. I'm undead. These traps are deadly to the living, but they're harmless to me.
Vampire, I'm guessing. She does kind of look a little vampire-ish, and they did just describe her as a pale elf.
What do you mean, undead? Really? Like zombies or skeletons or...
As I said, further explanations will wait until later. All you need to know right now is that we're on the same side, and we have to fight off a small army of hired assassins. Let's get to it.
I'm not thrilled with the idea of hanging around with an undead killer. Okay. Let's get out of that. Traps! You will encounter many traps on your adventures. Okay, so you automatically make perception skill. On success, you see it, and the game will pause. Traps are in... Okay. So if we screw up the roll too much, the trap will blow up. But if we are smart about it, we don't have to worry about it. Oh. All right. Well, there's Lindsay's perception check. Good to know. Just look in here real quick. Yeah, just more of Lady Jamandi's stuff. We're not gonna do that. Okay, so trap, trickery.
Anything else?
Oh, I like the way they handle that. That's cool. Oh, okay.
Adventures call to them. I see something.
And another one.
Applause, please.
She's adorable. Oh, who's this guy? Goods. Okay, so it doesn't say who this is. Shield of Faith and Scroll of Bless. So most likely this is probably just an innocent bystander, and I'm not going to loot innocent bystanders either. That's not cool. What are you dallying for? I'm telling you, Jamandi's cache has to be here somewhere. Well, hurry it up before... Stop! Someone's coming!
Hey!
Alright. And...
Any last wishes?
Get him!
Yeah!
Oh! Sneak attack! Ow! Okay. Whoops. Let's just... No, Oh. Wait, what? Oh, okay, so I have to... Wait, do I have to do it like that? Or can I just take it from here? Let's see what happens. Okay. There we go. I guess it just had to it had to wait for later. Find and open a cache in her thing. Okay. In Jamandi's area. Okay. Okay, see, I don't want to. Again, I don't want to take their stuff. Oh. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, okay. I think I'm seeing what's going on here. Okay, do they all have to be up? Oh! Okay. Again, this is all... Okay, so again, this is all her stuff. I don't want to... Yeah, let's just look at it, see what's cool and about it. But honestly, no, we're not gonna steal Lady Jamandi's possessions. If we were playing thief characters or something, that would be different. But you know, we're not thieves. We're good guys. So, oh. All right, get him. Ooh. Wow, he's doing acid splash? Oh, there's another one down here. Okay. Ooh, I'm taking some hits. Okay, let's drink that. Alright, and then... Oh. Help the wounded dwarf. This is it, my time has come. Oh, Grotus, take my soul. Oh no! Harum got hit.
Grotus, I can sense your silhouette hovering over me. It won't be much longer. Soon we shall meet, O Lord of Oblivion.
Okay, guys, I'm looking at my time. This has gone so much longer than I planned to. I guess I was thinking that this was going to be shorter. I didn't realize it was going to take so long. Like I said, I'm kind of stumbling my way through this, so we're going to find out for sure. So we're going to go ahead and end it here, and I'll just kind of pick this up in the next episode. So far, interesting. Obviously, that some of the puzzle-solving stuff, I'm going to have to cut out some of that stuff, boy. Obviously, some of this stuff is going to take a long time. It's going to be me going, huh? And I had the distinct feeling that a lot of this is going to be me cutting out a lot of this stuff because a lot of it is just walking around. A lot of it's very boring. I'll keep in all the dialogue stuff, and I'll keep in the fighting and stuff and that kind of thing. But I get the distinct feeling that I can probably cut out a lot of the just walking along doing nothing kind of stuff. And I get the feeling there's going to be a lot of that. So, anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this particular episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, do the liking and the subscribing and the commenting in the towel section down below. I don't know why I just called it a towel section. This is not Super Carlin Brothers. You know, Super Carlin Brothers, you're rubbing off on me, man. So comment down in the comment section down below. You guys are the best fans in the world. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, everyone, always remember that anyone can be a mouse that roars, but it takes someone special to be a lion that squeaks. So embrace your inner lion and squeak on! Why is this dwarf on the ground and it says there's no wounds on him? Yeah.